So hello everyone who's watching. Today we got a really cool idea from Sanyana. She offered to paint sky, and then we're gonna have a kite flying there, and we maybe also have some autumn leaves. Yeah, so I have here some leaves as inspiration, but we can of course invent our own shapes. What are we starting with? We're taking light blue and white. Yeah, so even if your blue is light, still I suggest you to mix it with white. So we have really, really light color because it's going to be the base color. Yeah, so don't make it dark and don't make the layer thick. So the opposite, try to add as much water as you can. Because you remember acrylics, they can be also as watercolors. So imagine that you're painting now with watercolors, and it's more about being transparent.
What are we supposed to? Oh, I forgot to get my palette.
Okay, go get your palette. Yeah, I'm still explaining and mixing. So actually, like the pile of blue I got, it's even probably maybe too big for this white. So we need more white, and we need less blue to get this very, very light color. Yeah, so and I'm taking like apart some amount, and always when mixing, grab a little bit of your paint. Yeah, so here I'm grabbing like just on the corner of my brush, and I'm putting here, and then you can already see, yeah, how dark it's getting. If it's not enough, then you grab again and you mix again. So it's better to go back and forth like 3-4 times instead of putting like one time too much color, and then it's hard to get back. Then you need to add much more white again, and you end up of having like a huge pile of paint that maybe you will not use it all.
What are we supposed to mix together?
So we're mixing now more white and less blue. Yeah, so if this is the original blue from the tube, that is already celestial, that is already light, but still I'm trying to get like very, very light.
Sky blue?
Very light blue, yeah. So the sky blue, but even more perfect, yeah. So this is the first very good PO, getting it very light. And second, I'm going to my water and I'm adding like even more water here. So I'm making it like really more watery because it also helps. And then I can play, yeah, and then I'm putting to my paper, and if I need, I go grab more water. And here, don't worry that you're getting like some brush stripes, because this all will not be visible. This is just our base layer. We're gonna have clouds on top, we're gonna have leaves and kite. So
shall we color the whole paper?
Exactly, we are coloring, like we try to because we're painting sky, yeah. So
let's take
today our composition is basically just, and it's okay. Somewhere I'm getting a bit darker, you know, maybe like some stripe is darker, some is lighter. Yeah. So here I would say it's more important. It just give more water. Yeah, and yeah, and of course you choose the brush that is like big enough. So maybe even mine at the moment is a bit small, but so how we choose brushes, it's mainly depending the size of what we're going to paint. Yeah, so if I need to do some details, of course I change to a smaller brush. And yeah, if I need something like this, I need to cover a big area. And of course it's easier with the bigger brush. Yeah. But in the end, as you paint, as you progress, you're getting already like your favorite brushes, because you know, this brush can do this and the other can do
I
that.
have a little, I think I have a little darker color. I
So,
don't,
mhm,
it's not
if this
darker, but it's like,
happens, if this happens, what you can do, you can always take a pure white and go with pure white, but also like not like just thick, but still like diluted with water. So like you can take clean white, dilute it with water, and then you can just go on top
yeah,
of your.
I'm just gonna paint on top a little bit and then check.
Exactly. So if you just paint on top with white, then it calms the bluishness, yeah?
Yeah.
So actually maybe
It's a
mine
little
is a
too
bit too
bright,
boring.
maybe.
I'll make mine one a bit more interesting. So mine one got like too pale, too. Yeah, so it's
If you
actually
can see, it looks like this. Wait,
uh-huh.
it's a little bright.
Yeah. But actually now I'm thinking, and maybe actually we should do it not that pale, as I said in the start, because now I'm thinking if we're gonna do clouds, then our clouds will not work because it will be too pale, the blue, so the
I'm
clouds
gonna
won't be.
keep this blue because I kind of like it.
Then it's perfect. Actually, Sanyana is right. The best color you're choosing is the one that you're liking. So yeah. So I made my sky a bit more darker because if I want to do clouds, then I need a little bit of contrast. Yeah, because if my sky is too pale, then the clouds won't be visible. Yeah. But I'm still thinking, shall I do clouds or not? Maybe it will be too much. Kite, flying autumn leaves.
Maybe not like too many, but maybe like only you can see a little bit of the upper part, maybe.
Could be. Actually agree, yeah. So let's try to do a bit and maybe the kite can be there around. Tell me, Pia.
Me and Gio ran out of white, so I don't think we can use any more white.
Okay, so Pia, no whites, means no clouds. And that's actually also okay because we have plenty of things.
We have a little bit more.
Okay, so you see, yeah, you see how yeah, but I'm thinking now, so maybe like it will be like overloading the painting, doing yeah, all three subjects. So maybe just like clean sky. So actually this is what I do. I will not paint clouds now. I will paint kite and leaves, and then if I feel that yeah, there is space, something missing, then I can get clouds on top and like yeah. So this would be my plan, and it's actually
I
normal.
was thinking,
Mhm.
my mom read the message to me that you wrote, and then I was thinking like we could do something to summer for some reason. Then I was like, it's not summer anymore. Summer always almost done. So I thought
Yeah.
about autumn, and then I told my mom, can you write kiting? Because like kiting in autumn is like very popular.
Wow, very nice. Yes. But amazing, yeah, how your how our imagination works, and so we let a little bit our sky to dry, yeah, and finish, of course. Take your time to finish. And meanwhile, I take extra piece of paper. Let's sketch a little bit the kite, because if you haven't noticed, we are doing this painting kind of no pre-pencil drawing. Yeah.
I noticed because I thought we were gonna draw, then you said suddenly, okay, you can always start.
But today is a pure experiment, so but still I would like you just to show basic, like, so yeah, what's the kite? The kite is like it has this shape, so it's like smaller triangle, and then it's a longer like triangle.
I
Yeah.
have an idea what we could do.
Tell me.
Next week we can, or you don't have to, because it's kind of also the same thing, but we could try to do for with sketch and then without sketch and check maybe which one is better done.
Interesting idea. Yeah, but
And then you might have to do
let's-
a little different, but like the kite, I would do the same,
Mhm.
except for the colors, but like
Could be. So yeah, finish a sky if it needs. Also, yeah, let it dry a bit, because yeah, we prefer for this layer to be dry. But so basically, what's the kite consists of is we have this cross. Yeah. So maybe you want to start, maybe it's easier to start with this cross, and then you kind of connect the edges, but you do them more like going inside. Yeah, this curvy line, it goes, yeah, because it's not like rigid, it's not like very straight.
I'm gonna get my paper.
What else definitely
Paper.
kite should has, it often has this kind of tail, and it can be like it's something like for fun, you know, for like you get more movement feeling, and it can be like either several lines, it can be like maybe something there on top, you know, like maybe something like this flying, you know. So, and also kite can have like maybe also here something a little bit, because you know the kite is made for fun, so you see it in and generally the way you control it, the kite is connected here. Yeah, so then it's like a line, it goes down because somewhere here down is the person who holds the kite. So it can be different directions, doesn't have to be only this, maybe it's flying, yeah, like the other way around. So what would be your task now? Well,
Can I check ideas on a phone, like of maybe different kinds?
Yeah, so actually, yeah, this is the classical shape of kite.
Yeah, I wanted to do something different, not like a normal shape of kite.
Wow, then I'll be very excited to check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at some ideas.
Yeah,
I
tell
think,
me, Pia.
I think we can be ready.
Perfect. Okay, then girls are ready to proceed with kite. So it doesn't matter which shape you choose. I mean, sometimes there are also like this, maybe like you know, nowadays a lot of different kites can be like, yeah, but I like this classical, so I will stick with classical shape. But what's important now, each of you.
So you mean that we can do any shape?
I wouldn't say like any shape that will work to fly. I'm like, I know that like this is classical. Then I've seen sometimes like this as well. So this is the part that is flying, and somewhere here. Then I've seen, yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
I'm thinking of at our old country, we usually have kites with fish on it.
Wow, so exciting! Kite with a fish. Hmm.
You guys still don't know if I might do it because I'm looking at some ideas, but
Yeah, but I would suggest don't spend too much searching. Like, the only thing I will Google now, the kite with the fish. I got very excited to see how it looks. Wow, then actually in the end we all gonna have our own. I see it now. Probably if Google is correct, but I'll prefer to see how it looks on Pia and your painting. But so it doesn't matter which shape you're choosing. What's very important to do is composition. So you need to choose where and how big your kite is gonna be. So I'm gonna just like I'm gonna cut very quickly just the shape. So just so your task is to choose the correct size, yeah, and the position. So I can put it like here, you know, like what I want, like, yeah, where my kite is it flying somewhere there away? Is it in the middle? Yeah. And there is some like putting objects right in the middle is considered to be not a very good composition because it's a little bit boring. Yeah. So it's always better to move it a little bit to the right or to the left. Yeah, a little bit maybe higher. So now it's kind of your task, because composition is essential in any art you do. And
Wait, do we have to cut the kite out?
no. Yeah, so you don't need to cut it. We're gonna paint it. I just cut it quickly, so to explain that your task is to choose where your kite actually is gonna be, up and down. Yeah, so like this because this is your job as an artist to make those decisions. Yeah, so and so actually what like even so if it's dry, you can use pencil and sketch a little bit this cross. Yeah, so so actually I haven't decided myself yet where my kite is going to be flying, right or left. Okay. Yeah, so if more or less you've decided, you can sketch a little bit these lines. Yeah, so that maybe it like kind of helps a bit. Yeah, so I've decided mine is going to be here. I'm not doing all the other lines because then I just do them with paint. Yeah, I think it's going to look nicer with and then
Maybe I'm gonna do the normal kite because I'm not finding anything what's like and something like I'm interested in.
but I actually think like staying with the classic kite is a good choice, you know. So I
My
think
painting is still a little wet.
yeah, but still, let's say while it's drying, let's go and just like imagine the colors. Yeah, so
I mean, most of it is already dry, just this like little part.
yeah, but I mean acrylic is drying fast, so while we're choosing colors, it's gonna be dry.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Actually, we can put some wind we can draw some wind with the pencils and the kite can blow.
Wow, exciting. That's a cool idea. So putting the lines of the lines, so they represent wind. Yeah, so then actually it's logical. If our sky is static, the kite won't fly. We need wind. Are you sure? Yeah. Is it like the lines you're showing? Yeah. I see the kite, cool. And the lines, yeah, so the air. Actually, very nice. I also might use this idea, definitely. But first, I'm gonna stick my kite to the sky, and then maybe around it, I can add those movements of the lines. And yeah, I say you go on with like the best color you like among colors you have. I'm still here.
Me?
Yeah.
I did more like the kite like this. You can see it.
Nice.
A little more thinner.
Okay, so yeah, that's again. So we are choosing the position of the kite and the size of the kite. Yeah. So it's not too big, not too small. I'm thinking, okay, if I'm gonna have also leaves flying around, so maybe it's yeah. Okay, I think I chose the colors for my kite, and it's gonna be I'm gonna use gold. So it can be also yellow, but I like that it ends up shiny. And then I'm gonna put some blue. I think also gold and blue, they're generally mixing like it's a good match. But so mainly we have like 4 corners of kite. So you can have either 4 different colors, or you can have like 2 and 2, or you can have like 2 the same and then 2 more different. So yeah. And this is the moment I change for the smaller brush, because the kite is already yeah. So again, I'm choosing brush accordingly to the, yeah.
I think I'll
And actually this is also like that I didn't put lines, I didn't put pencil lines for the borders because I also like for it to stay cleaner, you know, like there is no this dark line at the bottom, so it actually looks like more air, you know, so yeah.
I accidentally did draw the line. And it
That-
turned out a little dark.
So well, I would say that it's better to leave them and don't try to erase them, because if your paper is wet already, yeah, then it,
Maybe I can try to dab it a little bit with the tissue.
no. And if you don't want the lines, I mean, in general, the lines is also not bad. But if you don't want them, then you just add a thicker layer of paint on top. So then,
Yeah.
then you just don't see them. So this is the story.
I'm looking for like a blue because blues are really bright. It will look good. I like a dark bright.
Yeah, just remember that. So if you're doing this classical shape, anyway, these curvy lines, they're a bit like inside, yeah, because the wind is moving, so it's not like straight triangle lines. Yeah, it's the curvy one going inside.
But door దగ్గరికి వేసుకోండి.
Say again, Sanjana.
My mom is talking to someone, so that's annoying.
Okay, sorry. That was, so this is my choice for
Eve, are you making like a light green and dark green?
yeah, so I've chosen like two the same and two like they're similar. These like in general they're like emerald color, let's say. Yes, like bluish green. But exactly, one darker, one lighter, just so it's, I don't know, maybe a bit more interesting.
I have like, maybe I'm also gonna use some green. Or actually, I've actually changed my color combination again.
Of course, I mean, you can also like rethink it and on the spot, you know. And then I'm gonna draw also a tail. Yeah, so this line. So it's like often a problem that we wanna draw a thin line, but with brush, it's kind of hard to do it.
Can I search something on here? Because I only have one device.
Of course, yes. If go ahead, then I understand if you like disappear or something. That yeah. Of course, checking. Okay, now I'm gonna wait for everyone. Yeah, for period.
It's gonna take me a little bit until I finish.
Yeah, because I just wanted to explain about painting thin lines. Yeah, so I think it can be useful for everyone.
Okay. I'm gonna use a thinner brush.
So for doing thin lines, it's actually important to have like, it should be waterish. It can't be like too dry what you have on your brush. Otherwise, then the line is going yeah, it's kind of being too, it's hard to paint, yeah. So and then
Okay,
it's
I have my
and the secret
colors.
is to draw it quickly. Like for example, okay, I got too fat line because I was lazy to change for a smaller brush. Okay, my bad. But actually what I can do, because I did it, I can actually clean it up very quickly. Okay, I made it disappear a little bit. I'm gonna get the second try. Mhm.
Not done yet with the kite colors.
Sometimes with kite colors, but I'm still going with these like lines on the tail, like so.
That's so okay, just telling you.
Maybe I want a bit more darker.
I think I like my colors because I didn't use blue because all their skies and the black blue, and I wasn't really into the color blue.
Mm-hmm.
And Evie, didn't you say you were using blue and gold?
So gold is this, yeah. So those because what happens sometimes then when I move it shines, yeah.
Yeah, you can see it, but I don't have gold.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like yellow but very shiny, yeah. So those metallic paints, yeah. Then I can like I have also like the copper, yeah. So bronze and silver, yeah, and then
Yeah, like bronze, or is bronze kind of like copper?
yeah. So exactly copper. It is like brown, but then again, if you move your paper, then it shines. Yeah, it gives this shiny effect.
Is it bronze? The brown?
Mhm. Very nice. I let it dry, I let it rest, and then we can brainstorm about the rest, about the leaves.
Okay, I think I'm done with the kite part. Now I have to do the lines.
Ah, okay, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna make the lines a little different, but first I'm gonna make a line, obviously.
So in painting leaves, it will be very important to not to make them plain as here. So here, these ones from the book, yeah. So you will never see. So when they're flying, they have this movement, yeah. They're like curvy. They go upside down with the sides. So this will be what we are looking for. And so it's good to practice like first maybe a part on some piece of paper, and then you can go with the brush. Again, maybe it also helps them sketch a little bit with pencil. And then again, some leaves should be bigger, some should be smaller. Yeah, not that all of them are the same size, because then it means they are at the same distance from us. but it's the sky, it's air. So we want to show that they are kind of and bigger and smaller. So also let's check with how you can. So definitely something like shape of the leaf could be like, yeah, so you make like a curvy line. And then you kind of draw one side. Oh, I'm already wait.
I'm done with the kite now.
Yeah. Something like this. So actually all your leaves should be like to get easier the idea, like you can start with a curvy line. Yeah, so like, yeah, the story is that leaves, yeah, and then important to make them different and to make them big and small. And then sometimes this line goes up, sometimes this line goes down. Yes, in all different directions. Yes, I'm gonna leave over here. And
Oh, Evie, I'm playing with the paint right now.
it's good.
I'm just waiting until we're able to draw the leaves. I'm like, I want to try something out. I'm not gonna try for the leaves, but I'm just.
And so also for the leaves, I will prepare like, so I have I'll prepare red and yellow, and then I'll prepare some orange. So I have at the same time different colors, so then I can use them parallel. Yeah, so then so my leaf can be, yeah, I can have several colors at the same time. Yeah, and also suggest like first play just with these clean colors, and then if you want, then you can add those little bit brownish strokes, but brownish lines, but very like tiny bit, you know. So then it's and okay, I'm gonna start maybe with the I don't know, with the first leaf. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do like just a curvy line, yeah, and then I'm gonna just like try to maybe like. Okay, this one got very big. Okay.
I'm not finished yet.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I'm like doing this leaf and then I'm stopping, and then we come back with the topic of leaves once again
Evie?
all together. Yeah.
I have something you can do. I just have to do one more design, and then I have something you can do.
Interesting.
But it's not that long. It's just a little short thing you can do.
Oh, that's good.
A layout chunks.
Okay, this leaf
So
is not,
Evie, I
yeah,
have 3 color designs painted.
uh-huh,
Basically, I did like on a brush, a little bit of the part blue, a little bit of the part yellow, and a little bit of the part a different color. And I
uh-huh.
want you to tell me which one's the best. The first one is like
Wow.
N.
Yeah,
Can you see the color?
I can see. Yeah, this is actually interesting color.
And then next to it, I will do something.
Yeah, and then the, well, I think I like the N the best because it's like a little bit yellowishy, greenishy, something.
Then you have this
Yeah, this second is
one.
also nice. I like, it's interesting. Yeah. I mean, if you, do I have to choose one or are you gonna use different?
You gotta choose one. You have to choose one.
Well, if you have to choose one, I choose this first one from the letter N.
And I used for that one yellow, red, and green.
Mhm.
Let's try it out.
So here I did like some sketches of the leaves of the yeah, because they have to be curvy, they have to be flying. So then we remember to put this stick in different ways. Somewhere, sometimes it's up, sometimes it's to the side. Yeah, so kind of changing. So this is gonna be here and then definitely remember to also changing the brushes. So if you change a bigger brush, you get bigger leaf. If you take smaller, then yeah, you can have it smaller. Here I'm still gonna here like just playing a bit around with leaves on my so actually I think the leaves will be not the easiest part because it's kind of to look them real.
I have 3 colors I want to use right now. And those are
Nice.
the colors I want.
But maybe some of you discover like some other, maybe just like stamping the brush. So it's actually like not painting leaf realistically, as I'm not trying to do, maybe just like putting the stepping the brush, you know, and then you get the.
Evie, I have a question.
Mhm.
Do I have to draw the leaves?
Well, I say it's your painting and you should always draw what you want. So if you say, nah, actually, I don't really like this idea. No,
I
you
like
can.
that idea, but I don't really know how to draw the leaves. And yeah.
Yeah, don't draw. Draw then like do clouds, you know, or do the birds, or like yeah, but because you need to make painting like interesting for the viewer. So
Yeah.
yeah, so then try and maybe it's like the kite is flying and then there is a bird and they're meeting, you know, or something. So
Okay. I'm gonna make some clouds maybe.
yes, clouds
Or
is
I'm gonna
definitely.
try to make the leaves, but if I'm only gonna make like the leaves you just drew right now. And on the other side, yeah, that's it basically.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw the leaves that you're drawing right now, and then on that side only.
Yes, of course. It doesn't have to be like the full page filled with them, maybe, yeah. It's Yeah, but still remember, if you're painting something bigger, it means it's closer to you. And if you're painting something small, like here I tried, yeah, to show already, like one leaf is really big here. So it feels like even bigger than Kite, that it's like really flying here in front of, you know, what is it, camera or, you know, face.
I don't even know if I'm gonna make leaves.
Yeah, I think we should also like, because leaves might take like really lots of time and effort. We can definitely either do less leaves, yeah, or just few. Because now, like, I've put mine once, but I'm not really like sure. I think like it would be cool when it's like a lot of them, but then it will be like lots of work also to do.
You've been trying a little something different out.
Cool.
I'm not really in the mood to draw leaves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying a little something different. You might see it at the end, but I also might have to leave it dry. I can also try it on the other one because I anyway accidentally drew a little black grayish.
What also I have discovered now that actually painting small leaves is much easier, because then you leave just kind of one little stroke and it looks like leaf. But like with this one, with this huge one I tried, then yeah, it's harder. So it can be also like maybe you do just one or two bigger ones, and then the rest you kind of do just the strokes. And yeah, but definitely go changing the size. Don't make them all the same size and the same
I still have
distance.
homework to do today.
Wow.
Now I got homework, but before I didn't have homework.
Mhm.
Let me try this out. Yeah, and some does not work. I'm gonna make a little break. Wow, that looks pretty then. I can't. And I'm gonna add some white at some part. So we need white.
Yeah. And here by putting leaves, it's again this word composition. So maybe I'm not putting leaves like equally all around my page. Yeah, so somewhere I put them more, somewhere I put them less. Maybe some areas I don't put at all. So this is kind of yeah, for example, now I feel it's kind of looking good, just this side of the like, yeah, maybe like I'll do few leaves here on top, like on the other side of Kite. but definitely not like the same amount, you know, like that still maybe my kite stays like the main hero. And here we just try to show this wind. And I still remember these wind lines, the suggestion of Yo-Yo. So I think that it will also be cool.
I think you have to do like with water, like the lightest spray you can do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's working, but not sure right now. Oh, that's a mess.
But also what's true, like the more you paint, the better you get. So like my first leaf was disaster, this huge one, but now like the more practice, the like the better it gets with each.
Eva, I'm gonna show you my second art piece I did today
Mm-hmm.
in this art class.
Yeah.
I'm not drawing leaves and don't know what to do.
You said you have to do homework.
And basically, I did like these stuff. I wanted to do like bookmarks, but then when the idea didn't work what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like these bookmarks where you put like kind of like a watercolor splash,
Yeah.
the color water, and then you kind of looks like a splash. You maybe have an idea how to do that.
I'm not sure. I'm familiar like what the colors like. Can you explain it more? Some special
I'm
paint?
interested to do that.
Okay.
And if I have all the material, I can even try it right now if I
Mhm.
have one. Because I tried like ones using like these tubes, but not like tubes, kind of like the things you use for tie-dye where you're squeezing it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I used that.
And then
to
it's
put
good,
some
and you can
colored
put
water.
the paints like stripes, like lines.
Mm.
Yeah. But another idea I got here, so you can also paint some leaves that are a bit half outside the paper. Yeah, so it also looks like later you take off the tape, or just in general, like you see only half of leaf, the other leaf is just like the half outside the paper. Yeah, and it also looks interesting. Okay, I think I'll try to do those wind strokes, and then I can always come back to do more leaves if I want. But like doing wind effects, then I need to get back to blue. It's actually kind of minimalistic painting we have today, like, you know, I mean, so much air and then less so
I
yeah.
told the idea, but it's not even doing the full idea.
It's fine.
But I'm more interested in like abstract arts.
Abstract art is definitely something we should also do. Yo-Yo, would you like to do some abstract art one day? Yeah, okay. I
The
see
color
here
clash is super
nodding.
pretty.
Yeah, I think it's fun because it's there are different like techniques you can like that help you
And
to
it's-
start.
And they're not like many details in there. It's just like a flash of art, like paint.
Yeah, so in the end, like what's the what is abstract art? Abstract art, like, so it's more about emotions. Yeah, so we don't see there nothing realistic. We don't see a car, a house, a bird, an animal, a person. But
You never tried apps. Did you ever try abstract art, Evie?
yes, I did, and I also like it's like like a game, you know. It's like so what I'm doing now, I've mixed again like really watery blue because I don't want to create like lines that are very dark, but still it's a little bit like sitting a second layer, and I'm trying to create this little bit effect of this wind direction. So if the kite is flying there and all my leaves are here, so maybe a little bit they go like flying there.
I did like a mini abstract art right here.
And also if some of your leaves are dry, you can go also a little bit on top, like with those.
Evie, like I have a question. If you're in the middle, or if you're doing abstract art and you want it more to fade in, but abstract art is not only about fading in, most of the arts are not with fading in. But like you don't want like half this, half that, obviously.
Mm.
The abstract art. Want a little more to go in. I am adding right now to my art. So basically I did some colors, added some white in the middle. And like on pink, I put a little blue, so it turns a little magenta. And on the yellow, there went a little blue, and it turned a little green. And I added a little water to make it get in more, or the parts I didn't really want that much. Is it good or bad to do that? Not the best.
So you mean adding other colors, or I didn't?
No, just like water, so it gets more into an abstract thing.
But for abstract, like you can use different techniques. So maybe like exactly you add a bit more water, so it's kind of more you know, diluted. So then, but some parts are different paint. I must admit I didn't really like. Can you rephrase your question, like or
And for example, you drew. I'm just gonna show you on a, but not on tissue, obviously. I'm just showing it on the tissues I have. You drew just like this two stripes of paint, okay?
Okay, yes.
Now I'm gonna add a little bit of white to make it look more together,
Yes.
for example. And right now it still doesn't look that together, right? Is it good to add like a few drops of water on it? And then let it soak up with the tissue?
Yeah, but so if your aim is like you put those two colors and now your aim is kind of unite them, so you take this white, but for example I think this example you made with this tissue, you put like too thick this white, so it kind of looks like a separate color. But if you want your white to behave as the joiner, then you just need to take it more thinner and like a bit more water and not so much paint. Yeah, so then it's kind of as a transparent layer, and then it works as then it kind of,
I just did it for example right now, like as I could.
But then it means like then I don't see actually they're white, then I see just those two colors, but they look united. I took my sponge, so then I decided to experiment a little bit here with the clouds on top.
Evie, it looks right now, I mean the tissue I just showed you, for
Yeah.
example, not right now, it looks now like this.
A
little water, then dabbed it with my finger, I felt like the white went all the way, so I took a light thin layer of white and put it on top again, it looks good.
Okay. I mean, in abstract painting, there is no right and wrong. Like if you want to do like paint realistic paintings, then there are like different rules you should follow, and yeah, of the light and the shadows and etc. But abstract, it's yeah, it's something you're personal. That's why it's also when we look at someone else's abstract artwork, we don't know what the person meant, what the person wanted to say. Yeah, maybe we read what the painting says below, or maybe there is artist, he tells us himself. And then but so in general, if you go to museum and you see abstract art, you just have to like see and like, do you like I like it or I don't, like what feeling it gets me. It makes me like happy feeling, or actually like neutral, tells me nothing. Yeah, so it's all very it's like you don't need to always find there's a meaning or
I'm making right now again something. I'm really in the mood right now for abstract art. I'm just doing something and I'm making it good.
Nice.
But I've been listening and I know the tricks you said to leave.
Yeah, of course. You paint, you do your stuff, and then you can. I just actually I'm a little bit like now thinking how to proceed. I added like a very tiny bit of clouds, almost invisible, because again I don't want to overdo the painting. So there are clouds and kites and leaves. Yeah. So now I already have like very busy bottom. So then I added a little bit white on tops, and then it's actually more lighter there and like more air. And so maybe I can play just a little bit more leaves somewhere to make like this area a bit more easy, interesting. Yeah, but basically it's also important, yeah, where to stop, not to overdo. Actually, in abstract art, I would say it's also very important, because sometimes you do and it looks cool, and do you one more stroke, and then it's like already
Maybe I might clean up any second now. Just
Yeah, I already feel I'm starting overdoing.
oh god.
What can also be like, if you're struggling to do those sticks of the leaves, you can actually like take a pencil or some other yeah, like can also work a little bit as a details. Yeah, so it's kind of, why not? It can be a different medium technique. So I'm here like adding just somewhere a little bit.
So I think I have an idea of what I'm doing right now because I'm bored. I'm just testing something.
Actually, it's the best state to get new ideas. When you're bored, your head starts to invent.
My head, when I'm bored, my head starts spinning and getting different ideas.
You see.
But then I try it and I get bored. But for me, it's like that. If I have a perfect idea to play with like dolls or something, I set it all up exactly when I set it up. My parents call me to do something, and then I go do it and I come back and I don't want to play it anymore.
Oh.
That's a big, big problem. And I don't know why.
Well, because you were in the mood, you were in the process, but then since you got out of it, it's like
Exactly when I was done, like finishing everything, finally I can play. They call me, I have to finish it, and then I feel like, okay, I'm exhausted right now, and then yeah.
wow. But it's also like not everything we need to finish, you know? It's we can also sometimes start a painting and then we don't really have to finish if it's there is,
I'm trying to fix a bad painting I did. And I feel like it's gonna be okay working. I don't know if that even exists, but
okay, I think I'm done with mine because I don't really want to ruin it anymore. Like I have some like actually no, maybe I'm even gonna go and add a little bit of white, so kind of add a little bit more foggy feeling.
Yeah, I think I finished. So I made a little mess. These two drops, so I turned them into different kites. And here's the goldfish one.
Whoa, Sanjana, take a look. You need to see it.
how did it
Wow,
look?
this
It
is the
looks really
goldfish
good.
kite. Oh, so beautiful.
And I used a sponge and used different colors, so it made lots of
Yeah.
multi-colored clouds.
Whoa.
Yeah,
But very stylish.
and surprisingly, those for the wind I used green with white. I was hoping to mix them together to make one color, but instead they accidentally made two.
But it's also like an interesting way to very interesting get to green. Yeah, that's cool. Green mixing with white for wind. Yeah, very creative. Nice. I like that your painting is like it's also filled with the air, you know? It's not like too busy to crowd it. There is this movement. Yeah, there is kite on top. There is this space. There are those wind lines. It's very yeah, because imagine like you get a task, paint air. Huh? And it's like, whoa, you know, what should I paint? And better like what I shouldn't paint, you know, to create
Even I'm gonna clean up now because my things are very, very messy.
okay.
But I'm gonna show you 1 second the thing I did.
Good.
This is like the only one that really I like. I hope I don't mess it up.
Cool. We're doing all final touch-ups. So I'm also
Look, I'm showing the thing I did.
okay. But cool color combination. Yeah. It's very, very
Guess
clean.
what colors I use?
Very good. So waiting for Yo-Yo to share her
Bite ka lang.
Yeah, mine one also. I'm gonna take the tape off. And yeah, so actually we can call our painting today like air, you know. So and Pio definitely reached this thing. Yeah.
Evie, I think I'm gonna clean up and leave.
Of
I
course,
still have
Sanjana.
homework to do.
Yes. Well, but Sanjana, take
Oh.
a look. Yo-Yo is showing her image here. Wow. This is something abstract art, isn't it? Yo-Yo is already preparing for the next lesson when we're doing abstract art. Nice. I like those bright parts. Like there is bright red and yeah. Cool. Okay, girls. Everyone did a hard job today. Very good. It wasn't easy. I must agree. The idea was
I only felt like the leaves weren't, even if I didn't do it, but
yeah, the leaves are not
in my
easy.
mind.
Mhm. So shall we do abstract art? Hey, and it's a signature, no? Hey. Amazing. Cool girls. I see you next time.
Yeah. I hope we're gonna do abstract art now.
Well, if we all agree, then of course, next time we can do abstract art.
But if one person doesn't agree,
I mean, maybe the person says, okay, let's shall do, and the next time we do what the person says, you know. But I think it's interesting for everyone to try because we always paint realistic. And then, of course, it's cool to try something the opposite.
we never tried to draw the Mona Lisa.
I tried to paint Mona Lisa. It's very hard, yes. It needs lots of patience and attention to details, to color. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you all, girls. See you next week then.
Well, probably.
Bye-bye. Yes, bye, girls.
Bye.
Thank you, Sanjana, for idea. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh.